Hello, everyone. Welcome to this episode of Flash Pointers, episode 5 of The Flash, season 1, episode 19. Who is Harrison Wells? I have with me Jay from the Geek Alley. Go ahead and say hello.
What's up, everybody?
That's it. Just
That's it.
that's it. Okay. Jay said, "What's up?" All right. So last night's episode. Let's run through it. So at the very beginning, just made me want to smack Iris from the jump. The episode starts with her running in, talking to Barry, who's talking to Eddie, ignoring Eddie. It like turned her back to him to talk.
Blatantly.
But then Eddie came at her like, "Word, that's like how you gonna act." But then he had a nerve to apologize. See, for a second there, I respected Eddie in that moment that he just came at her with the same amount of shade. But then he was like, "You know what? I'm sorry." I'm like, "No, don't apologize to her. I want
Not
you
to
to
her.
not
not to her. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, there's no apology
Yeah.
not for how she's been acting. No apology is necessary. Um, let's see. What happened next?
Well, the whole thing with the going to Coast City, running to Coast City and getting pizzas.
Well, you know.
Which I found to be funny. Like he ran all the way to like halfway across the country to go get some pizzas.
It was good pizza. It's good pizza.
Apparently.
There's nothing wrong with that. I will travel far for good pizza as well.
I doubt you'll go from New Jersey to Miami for pizza.
No, if I'm going to Miami, I'm going for like a Cuban sandwich or something.
See, there you go. I mean, that's my point. I'm like, that's
not like if I'm going
crazy.
From Jersey to like Chicago. You know, you go to where the food's known for.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So Joe and Cisco are over in Starling City investigating the Dr. Wells crash. And they find a body. Din, 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 din! Oh, and Cisco totally geeks out over Black Canary. Beyond belief.
To the point where it's kind of funny, kind of creepy.
Yeah. More creepy than funny at some points. I'm like, yeah. I'm going to need her to take out a restraining order.
Yeah, he was a little bit too happy.
Yeah. So they find the body. Jay, what did you think about that?
That whole part with the whole body thing was kind of it was good, but it was kind of bad because of the way Joe was like, you can't tell anybody about this, and I'm like,
what cop is hiding a body?
Yeah,
you've gone too far.
But here's the other problem with that. If Ubar Thon is so smart, why did he dump the body that close to the road?
I know, it was literally road, 5 steps, body. Like, it wasn't like and it wasn't even a deep grave. Like, come on.
Yeah.
And it was like in the middle of like, it wasn't like the road like surrounded by woods. Like, you could have walked way deeper in the woods and got rid of the body.
Yeah. Yeah. Ubar ain't that smart, apparently. He's really not that smart. I mean, for somebody who's supposed to be like a evil genius, and I'm still trying to figure out why he's being evil. If you know Cisco is that smart, why don't you just help him? Why don't you just let them help you get back to your time and then kill Flash? I mean, I don't like, dude, you're evil for no reason at this point.
See, I don't think the Flash is dead in the future.
Well, he may not be, but for the purposes of what he's doing, I'm like, I don't understand why he's being evil.
He didn't need to be evil.
Yeah, that's my point. He doesn't need to be evil, but he's being evil. And I'm like, dude, seriously, I don't understand why you're being evil at this point. I mean, I just don't. So yeah, that whole revelation, while cool, was also because the whole thing with the episode was Caitlin not wanting to believe that there was something wrong with Wells. Like she didn't want to believe it. She kept saying she needed proof.
Yeah,
So
but then if she needed proof, which is fine, I completely understand that.
yeah,
You don't want to go get all right. However, you do not show up to the man's house that all your friends are accusing of being some crazed murderer to ask questions. How stupid are you? If I think you're a crazed murderer, but I need proof, I'm not going to confront you. I'm not going to let you know I think you're a crazed murderer. Because if I'm right and you are a crazed murderer,
you're dead.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
And then she went there with nobody else knowing. She went by herself. Like, it was, you just wanted to be killed. Do you want to be killed? Is that what you want to do? You don't want to commit suicide because then you won't go to heaven. So you just go hang out with the crazed murderer and accuse him of being a crazed murderer? That doesn't even make sense. So, Barry comes by and grabs her and runs off.
Which was smart. I was glad Barry caught on to the fact that she was being that stupid. I really was glad because she was gonna get killed. I'm sorry. I hate to be that guy, but she was about to die in a messed up way because he wasn't gonna let her live.
Oh no.
He just wasn't. And he's probably gonna go on and kill the rest of them. So I mean, I am glad that he did save her. But the whole the thing for this week, the metahuman of the week, the shapeshifter, the everyman. How did you like that? How did you like that guy?
I didn't like the name, but I like the concept. I mean, who doesn't like the shapeshifter? I mean, haven't they always been at the beginning of time of supernatural beings, a shapeshifter?
Yeah.
That either by touching you or consuming your body, whatever, they become you. And I didn't like that he was able to then have Barry's powers. I thought that was kind of foolishness.
Yeah, I didn't understand
shapeshifters usually they can just look like you, but they don't have your mannerisms. All they do is look like you. It's just all on the outside. No part of them becomes you. Like they don't all of a sudden have heart problems. No, like the internal is still the internal of whatever that person originally was.
Which actually played into the episode a little bit when Iris figures out, because like during the episode, Eddie and Barry are actually working together to try to find this guy, and he impersonates Eddie, shoots two cops, and they think Eddie did it, even though Barry knows he didn't, and he knows what he's supposed to be going after. Well, Iris, being the Miss Flip Flopper that she is, now she's so back in love with Eddie. So
she's concerned about him now. Like, oh my
gosh. Like, okay, lady, you be flipping on a dime for real. But she comes concerned. She goes to Star Labs and she basically figures out that she basically lets them know that, hey, look, this guy Eddie is not left-handed; he's right-handed. At this point in time, when this happens, of course, the everyman has turned himself into Barry, which actually had a funny sequence involving Caitlin and the whole Caitlin kiss thing, which I thought was actually hilarious.
That was funny. Like fake Barry, if you will, was just like, yeah, I'm gonna holler at this pretty chick right here.
Yeah.
Cause she's pretty, and even if she doesn't know or they're not together or whatever, I'm still gonna try.
Like, if worst come to worst, she ain't gonna be mad at me. So Yeah, that part was kind of actually playing into the comedy because once again, Cisco isn't there this week. He's off with Joe, so it fell on Caitlin to be like the main support since I guess we're going into the home stretch, and Wells is. I guess they're saving him for these last 4 episodes. I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it really seems like these last few episodes are going to, like, there won't be a filler episode. I'm like, wow, okay, CW, we're just gonna go strong to the end, huh?
Yeah, I think that's why they did these 2 were the filler episodes. Like this week and last week's was filler episodes.
No,
Right.
this week was not a filler episode.
Well, it wasn't. Well,
not in the CW fashion. Filler episodes is they're singing, they go back to high school, they like flashbacks to the 1920s, and all of a sudden they're in a different time or whatever. Like that is a classic CW filler episode, and then in the last 2 minutes something happens.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what I kind of felt like this week and last week was.
No, they had throughout stuff happening this week. Last week was more closer to a filler episode.
Yeah. Okay.
But until somebody starts singing.
All right.
It's not a filler episode.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, either way, it kind of felt like because everybody was spread out a little bit. It kind of felt like to me it kind of felt like a fillery, I guess you could say. The other thing that did happen in the episode was with Cisco actually making Laurel's canary cry device, even though in the comics she can do it on her own, she don't need it, but whatever.
Details.
Yeah, details. So
I mean, my question is, talking about the canary cry device thingy.
How do you make it so fast? I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know.
My question is the storyline. How many days are they over there? Or Joe and Cisco?
I guess it was 2. I guess it was 2 because he made it overnight, apparently.
Is that what happened? Because I was very confused. I'm like, well, where did he get the materials from? Did he carry those type of materials with him? Did he have a welding torch? I don't understand.
They don't show him make it like the in the other episode where they showed him do stuff in the night with the whole the gold gun, the cold gun, and the heat gun. They showed him working on it.
Yes.
This episode they didn't show him work on it. He just shows up. Yeah, I finished this for you. Like what?
Like okay, now we're not believable anymore.
Yeah, I'm like if he's that smart, that really does let you know that the fake Harrison Wells is dumb, because if that's the case, why don't you just let him help you build a time machine?
Exactly.
I mean, if he's that smart, I mean, you come from the future, so you know what you would need. So why are we going through this? Why are you being evil? You're just being evil to be evil at this point. There really is no reason for you to be evil at this point. So
exactly, like whatever you need fixed on your suit so you can travel back to the future, why don't you just have him help you?
Yeah. So I mean, that was weird.
Then all he had to do was then spin the story. Yes, I'm not Harrison Wells. Harrison Wells was severely injured. He was going to die, and I gave him the option, like, if we bind together, you can live on. So, like, the whole, what are the other 2 guys that are bound together, but they can separate?
Firestorm.
So, like that, but not quite, but similar. Like, so that was the only way to keep Harrison Wells alive, because I know he's important to the future. That car accident wasn't supposed to happen, because I wasn't supposed to be at that time, but I lost control of my running, and I ran in front of him, causing the car accident. His fiance was dead. There was nothing I could do for her, but I was able to save him by combining us together, and I'm hoping that you guys can work with me to get me back to my proper time. There's the story. Spin it like that, and bam, you have everybody working to help you.
Yeah, because like I said, at this point, unless next week they just you know, he really does have like an evil agenda. I mean, I'm not gonna buy it.
Yeah, because I mean, otherwise, I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't understand why he's being evil. I mean, I won't get it. I mean,
Yeah,
and I
I
want
mean,
to
I guess
understand.
unless we have to fast forward to the future to see what does he have against the Flash that he wanted to go back in time and kill him as a kid.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of jacked up.
I mean, it has to be something, and then to kill him as a kid at such a young age, if the particle blah 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 blah
Yeah,
didn't happen until 6 years later than what it happened and blah blah blah. My question is like, why
yeah.
didn't
How
you
did he
just
become the
kill
Flash?
him right before he became the Flash instead of
Yeah,
killing him at the age of 5? Like, I don't understand. Out of all those years of his life, why did you pick that?
because the only thing I can think about with the whole the particle accelerator was that he was trying to make it blow up to kickstart his powers. It just went the wrong way. You know, that's the only thing I can think of in that scenario. But my thing is, if your point was to kill Barry, how did he become the Flash to begin with? Because apparently he didn't do it by, that particle accelerator. It had to be something else.
And if he was there to kill Barry,
Yeah, because remember it happens like, because I think like yeah, because when he killed the real Harrison Wells, he said that they made it in 2020,
yeah,
and Barry goes missing if you go by the newspaper clipping in his
2024.
evil, yeah, in his evil lair is 2024. So I'm like, I don't get what I just don't get it. I don't get. I'm not understanding the evil plan here. I mean, this
Yeah,
sounds
I'm
like a
not
James
getting it
Bond villain plan about to be going wrong.
because it just does.
So
It doesn't make sense. It
yeah,
doesn't make
it
sense of
really
why
does.
he went after 5-year-old Barry
Yeah, yeah, it's kind of weird in
and
that
killed his mom instead.
regard.
How do you kill her by mistake? That doesn't even make sense. Why were you even
It
running
did say I
around
didn't
her?
mean to do it.
Like, why were you even running around near her? Like, that doesn't even make sense. If Barry was upstairs in his room, why didn't you run straight up to his room?
unless he
Why
didn't
did you
know,
make a
unless he
right
didn't know
and
the
head
house.
into the dining room? But the bedroom's upstairs. It
Yeah,
ain't
like
in
yeah,
the
why
dining
did he go to
room.
the dining room?
I don't know how your house is set up, but the
Yeah,
stairs aren't in the dining room. So
yeah,
you
yeah,
the stairs aren't the stairs, like literally when you walk in the door, go upstairs. Like, I don't.
yeah. Like why was he running around? Yeah, okay. Well, yeah,
Okay,
they
I'm
got a
sorry. I
lot of
guess
explaining to
I'm
do.
pointing out all the little things that are horribly messed up.
Yeah, they got a little
Okay,
explaining to
so
do.
back to the episode. So they catch the metahuman who's able to have multiple faces, and he gets out and he admits that he has been working with the Flash and that's what he's been hiding. And Iris
Oh
is
yeah,
like, what?
Eddie.
She's I can't stand her. Whatever. Like, I almost don't even want to talk about her. Like, she just needs to be a non-factor.
Well, I mean, the thing is, and this is why I never understood why they told Eddie to begin with, because it doesn't make any sense for them to tell him that he's the Flash. Because what has he done to help?
Yeah, he
Really?
hasn't done anything. He's been not helpful at all.
Yeah. So I mean, there really was little to no reason to tell him that Barry was the Flash because he hasn't really. I mean, it, Joe keeps saying that it's to protect Iris. The problem is Iris is a reporter. She's gonna be in harm's way. So I mean, that ain't gonna help. Number two, Iris should know better because of her being with a cop. He ain't gonna be able to talk to her about his cases. Duh.
Exactly.
Duh. So if you can't deal with that, you might as well go on and break up now. I mean, and for him to say
being a cop is not for everybody. Just because your dad is a cop does not mean you're going to be able to handle your significant other being a cop.
and just because you in love with Barry, because she is, because God knows she can't stand if he be with anybody else, you know. And I think that's what the problem is, because they made a mention back like in earlier in the series that Barry would tell her everything about his work. So she's probably used to Barry doing that and trying to, you know, push that off on Eddie. And I'm like, Eddie can't really do that.
Yeah, you know? Eddie's gonna follow protocol.
Yeah. So I'm like, look, I don't know if
this relationship's doomed from the beginning.
Yeah, the problem is like I said before, the problem is how they're writing her. They're writing her to be so there's no way they can redeem her this season. They're gonna have to do it like next season. I'm sorry.
No, there's not enough episodes left. Was it like 2 more episodes or something?
Yeah, so they're gonna have to redeem her like next season. So I mean, I don't see a way in them doing that, and especially with this episode, they keep doing that. They keep referencing like the whole out of time episode where, you know, the whole confession thing happened. For some reason, I believe that she's gonna do it again. She's gonna confess again, and it's gonna get even weirder. So that's why I'm like, I don't know why they're writing her the way they're writing her. I mean, it's really not cool. But she does get a fight scene when the guy turns into her.
Oh yeah, that's true.
She does get a fight scene. Her and the actress that plays Caitlin, they get a fight scene this week when the guy shapeshifts into them while he's fighting the Flash. I thought that was actually pretty cool because they were tagging him until he messed up and turned into Eddie. And Flash beat the crap out of him. So I thought that was funny. I was like, dude, he's gonna beat the mess out of that dude.
And then so once they have him captured, the metahuman does not remember what he looks like. So he's like this weird looking
alien,
hairless alien. I'm like, okay, wait, was he an alien? I'm like, oh, okay, just remember who he looks like. Oh, okay. Oh, that
was weird though, because I'm like, he only would have been like that for what I think they said like 10 or 11 months. You mean tell me in that time he has switched so many bodies he don't even know what he looks like?
I mean, he can't look at. I mean, y'all can't find a high school picture of him.
I know. I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. You should have. He should. I can see if it was like 10 years, but he changed into that many people. I'm like, that kind of didn't make any sense. But I think that's because they couldn't find an actor to play him. Really? I mean, that's. I think they couldn't find an actor to play him, so they're like, look, we'll just have everybody play him that week. We'll save money. So yeah. How did you like the whole Laurel and Detective Captain Lance now in the episode?
From
Arrow.
Whatever. Yeah, I mean, whatever. I don't watch Arrow, so I have no investment in them.
Oh, I don't have any investment in them either. I'm just saying.
I mean, I knew they came from the other show. Okay, whatever. That was basically it. Where's that actress from? What else has she been in?
I don't know. The first thing I seen her in was Arrow when I was watching season 1.
No, I feel like she's been in not necessarily a CW show, but maybe a soap opera.
Well, she kind of does look like a soap opera actress.
Yeah, she's been in something. I must find out what it is.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. If you can't tell people, I'm at a crossroads with the whole Arrow thing, so I can really tell. It seems like the only reason why they showed up was so that she had a way to get her ability. That was it.
Basically.
They needed a way to get her ability to her, so they just had Cisco do it. The only thing about that is, like I said before, it makes no sense because you mean to tell me he did that in the night? come on, come on.
Yes, less than a night.
Yeah, I'm like, come on, man. So yeah, I don't. I'm not understanding that one, but I mean, hey, maybe it works for them anyway. Like I said, if he's that smart, that makes no sense as to why Wells is being evil. So
That's where she's from. Supernatural.
she's from Supernatural.
Yes.
That explains why I
She
haven't
was the
seen it.
demon that was helping Sam. I was like, why does she look familiar? Oh, that's because she's supposed to have black eyes. Because she's a demon on the Supernatural.
Oh, I don't watch Supernatural, so
Oh,
that would
well,
be this is why I don't know who she is.
horrible.
What's horrible?
That you don't watch Supernatural.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, let's see. And then at the end,
they had a
Cisco,
corpse.
Caitlin, and Barry find uh
The real
this.
body.
Well, no, we already talked about the body.
Yeah, but don't they see it at the end? That's the last thing they see, right? When he takes Caitlin back to his lab.
What?
At the end, they bring Caitlin to like his lab or whatever.
Oh
And
yeah, no, we're skipping. You're skipping. You're
oh,
skipping.
my bad. Sorry, my bad. My bad.
When they go and they find Wells's secret future pod
yeah,
or whatever it is called. I just call it future pod. With all the little bumps in the wall.
yeah.
And they find the suit. They're like, oh my gosh. And then that's when Barry sees the paper in the future that says that he has disappeared in 2024.
Yeah, that was kind of hilarious. Because I was the whole time I'm like, he finna come in there.
Yeah, I know. It was like, one, either they can't get out, or two, Wells is about to just walk in there.
Yeah. Because you would think he would have like some kind of mechanism to warn him when somebody's going into his evil lair.
Exactly. Is he that cocky that he believes there's no possible way that anybody would ever at all find it unless, I mean, what if, so Barry puts his hand on the wall and then it opens. So what if he, strolling down the corridor and he just has his hand walking along the wall, which I do from time to time. I just put my hand on the wall and I'm just walking. I'm touching the wall. It's something that everybody does. You put your hand out there, you're touching railings, whatever. You're like, oh, okay, I'm touching. And the wall looks kind of weird looking anyway. It looks soft and squishy as it is. So I would touch the wall because I'm a tactical person. So I think Barry would touch the wall and bam, this door opens. Like, why wouldn't you have, I don't know, some other security measure on your secret future pod of doom?
Yeah, and that's another thing. I'm like, okay, because they do make a mention, like Cisco makes a mention that he never went back and looked over everything like he was supposed to. So okay, that makes sense. That part I get. When they did the rebuild after the explosion, he never went back and looked over everything, and then he started going back and looking over everything. So I'm still trying to figure out who built that.
Yeah, where'd that come from?
Who built that to where
Did you find those workers off of Craigslist?
I know. I'm like, did he? Is that like an evil henchman? Company? I mean,
they're under gigs for evil henchmen.
I'm like, dude, I want a TV show with the evil henchman construction company where they just go build evil layers.
That actually be kind of cool though. Actually, CW, give us money before you do that.
Yeah, we need to copyright that. We need to copyright that. But yeah, I mean that part kind of didn't make any sense to me, because I'm like, okay, if that's the case, then who built it? Did he build it himself? Okay, and if he built it himself,
But then it
why would he?
also didn't make sense then. Because
Yeah,
then you have like this big space, because the one wall was supposed to be the outside wall,
yeah,
right? And then you
yep,
have feasibly what 10, I mean maybe 7, no, 10 feet of space between the outside wall and the corridor.
yep,
I think you would notice that, because if there's a bathroom, we'll say there's a bathroom next door to the secret layer of doom, you would go in the bathroom, and I mean, I just think about, maybe because I think about architecture and spatial things, I'm like, well, what's on the other side of this? Because if it was like paneling, electric stuff, okay, but I would think, what is on the other side? This is a big open space. Maybe we can do something with this.
yeah. I mean,
Because I mean, that was poorly constructed into the building, based off of the blueprints. It was very poorly constructed because it wasn't seamless into the building.
that's true, because it really wasn't. I mean, I thought that, yeah, that's so much stuff is now not making any sense.
Well, the problem is we tear every little thing apart.
Yeah, well,
We're like, so.
yeah, that's true. I mean, I guess my problem with it is I'm liking the show so much that when I see like these little problems, it's making me mad, because I know they can do better, and that they have done better. So why are they not, uh, getting better, in my opinion, with that, or at least tightening up the writing a little bit? Yeah, because some of this stuff just doesn't make any sense, and we know there's going to be at least one more crossover episode with everybody coming to help him out. So I mean, uh, I'm really trying to figure out, trying to wrap my head around the end game of this season, because I don't get what the end game is going to be.
I don't know.
But there are 4 more episodes, so we shall see.
We shall see. Let's see. Is there anything else that really happened?
No, not really, because after they do because the big thing about about this episode was the whole discovery of the body.
Yeah.
That was the big thing for the episode. I mean, really, the whole metahuman of the week thing was kind of just in the background, really, because the big thing was them finding the real Wells's body, and that being enough for Caitlin. So now we're in the home stretch. So we're probably gonna, because the preview for next week showed Harrison trying to kill Cisco again. So that was the preview that they showed at the end of the episode. So apparently it's gonna start next week, and we get to see what that. Do you think they're gonna change him back to his real body?
Yes. I think so.
Yeah. What would have been even more interesting, though, if that shapeshifter would have touched him and actually turned into the real Ubart and not Harrison. I just thought of that. Why didn't they do that? That would have been interesting. Like if the shapeshifter would have touched Wells, but he actually turned into Thawne and not Wells. That would have been very, very, very interesting. They'd be like, what the hell? Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, so any final thoughts about this episode? Besides the fact that we can't stand Iris, right? That's about it.
This season anyway. Yeah, we can't. Yeah. This season.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know if maybe the season we're just not meant to like her, and they have like a long-term plan for her. I'm just going to say that's what's going on.
I hope they do, because right now it ain't looking good. Because I'm like, man, can we get Felicity over here and y'all take y'all take Iris on Arrow? But yep, that's pretty much it for this episode, this week's episode, anyway.
All right. Hope everybody enjoyed Flash Pointers. Join us in saying, please write Iris better. Maybe with that hashtag. Yeah. CW, we don't like Iris. I don't know. I don't know what we can do about that. So, Jay, go ahead and give your sign off.
Well, I had a nice time on this episode of Flash Pointers. Next Wednesday is my turn, right? So next Wednesday we'll be on Geek Alley doing Flash Pointers. So catch us next week. Hopefully we'll have a lot of action. So I'm looking forward to that.
All right, everybody. Well, Jay, do you have anything coming up on your channels, other channels?
Oh yeah. I do have a gameplay video for No More Heroes 2. It's actually finishing up right now, so it should be ready tomorrow on my Game Cafe channel. Tomorrow night we are having the first midweek Gamers at Large episode, so come by and check that out as well. And on Sunday, we're still doing the regular Gamers at Large podcast. Jamie Butterworth will be hosting this week, so come check it out and show your support and love.
All right, everybody. This is from Vicky from Fangirl Review. Definitely go over to Gamers at Large where you can find me and Jay to see what's going on over there. And yeah, subscribe. That's about it. All right, everybody. Good night.
Good night.